guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management. When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up the chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You like the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go, y'all. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over. No, this game is not over. It's just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is Throwback Thursday, and before I get to throwing anything, happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans, those who served in any branch of the armed services and the civilians that supported them. Happy Veterans Day to you. My grandfather, uncle, cousin, and I'm sure there's some other relatives that I don't know about, have served in the armed services. Somebody said, relatives you don't know about. I ain't as close with my family as some of you are, so I don't have all the details of what everybody's doing, so that's where I'm coming from. I just call it like I see them. But to all the other veterans out there, happy Veterans Day to you. All right. I did not have Cam Newton going back to the Carolina Panthers on my bingo card for today. In fact, I had to make a note to myself, never say never. I said Cam Newton will never go back. They'll never take him back. I said they should and be a good fit for him, but I was wrong. He's back. Cam Newton probably going to, get up to speed as quickly as he can. PJ Walker going to get the start this weekend, and Cam Newton will probably be the man sometime shortly after that. Sam Darnold out with a foot injury, and Cam Newton back with them. I got to get Vashti Hurt, Carolina Blitz, on the show and try and get all the details. But as of right now, I just didn't have that for today. So that being said, it's Throwback Thursday, and Carolina said, I got one for you. Let's go back to the days of Cam Aloysius Newton at quarterback, and it is so. We'll be right back after this.
$1,000 or more in credit card debt? Then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Card.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
Hello, this is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of the Communication Workers of America District 6. Trey and I are inviting you to listen in to our new political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month. Interviews will be with pastors, community leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. You know, Claude, a part of our responsibility is informing the citizenry and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 AM, 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m. Give the people what they want.
All right, y'all, we're back on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org. It is Throwback Thursday, and again today, having some really fun technical difficulties. So, hey, y'all, how y'all doing? All right, Cam Newton back to Carolina. That'll be interesting. I'm going to obviously let that story develop a little bit before we get down deep into it. You got the facts as I've got them. Rockets last night dropped one to the Detroit Pistons, 112-104. Rockets had a small lead, lost that lead. I felt like, now I could be wrong, but I felt like it was a little bit too much one-on-one with Jalen Green trying to prove that he should have been the number one pick. Now, Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, is going to be on the show a little bit later on, and I want to talk about that. But right now, the Rockets are 1-10. Only team with a worse record, New Orleans, 1-11, 1-11, and they lost last night to Oklahoma City, 108-100. But they got a very big hole in their lineup. You know, they're minus Zion Williamson. Rockets got pretty much everybody they're gonna have. So New Orleans probably gonna get better. Rockets gonna be up and down. They're young. In fact, here's my question for the day, and I'll ask this when Kris comes on. Who's the veteran leader for the Rockets? Who's the veteran leader for the Rockets? I know everybody's saying Eric Gordon, but is he? Who is the veteran leader for the Rockets? DJ Augustine? Who is it? I mean, Miami's got Udonis Haslem. You know he's the veteran leader. And then Jimmy Butler is like, listen, I will eat you. Don't play with me. Like, they got true veteran leadership on that team. Obviously, in Milwaukee, Giannis and others. But who is the veteran leader for the Rockets? And is that person a legit leader, or is it the oldest person on the team that you can think of? Because just because a person is old in age doesn't mean that they are a veteran leader. And that's my question. Who's the veteran leader for the Rockets? Spurs got to win. 18 three-pointers. They beat Sacramento 136-117. DeJounte Murray said in the offseason that this team is going to be fun to watch. He showed out a little bit last night, dropped 26 on him, and got the win over Sacktown. The Mavericks lost to the Bulls 117-107. So not a great night for the teams in the state in pro basketball, except for San Antonio last night. Ran into a guy in a restaurant earlier today, had on a Cowboys shirt. And I said, hey, man, I'm sorry. It looked like somebody spilt something right on the front of your shirt. He's like, that's pretty good. I didn't see that one coming. He's like, I normally get this. I normally get that. And then he started talking about the game last Sunday. And he said, them boys felt like they were flat, A, and then B, like they just expected to beat Denver because they were them boys and Denver was Denver. And Denver jumped out there and beat them. Like, he's like, we're back to the time where everybody gives the Cowboys their best shot because they're one of the top teams in the league. And he's not wrong. I didn't, hit him with I'm a sports talk radio show host and sports director. I didn't hit him with all that. But I said, I saw a recent power ranking where the Cowboys were like 6. He said, yeah, he said he had them as high as like 3rd. And he's not wrong. Arizona 8-2. Then you got 3 teams that are 7-2, Tennessee, Rams, Green Bay. Put them in whatever order you want to put them in. And then you've got 3 6-2 teams, Tampa Bay, Dallas, Baltimore. Only reason why I've got Tampa Bay over the Cowboys right now, Tampa Bay beat the Cowboys week 1. On any given Sunday, I believe that could go the other way. The Cowboys could beat Tampa Bay. Baltimore, we'll find out tonight what they got going on. They visit Miami. I saw mid-season polls for MVP and offensive player. Lamar Jackson not getting enough respect. Doesn't play the quarterback role traditionally. Leading the team in rushing and in completions and yards and touchdowns and all that. Not a lot of teams got that going on. How good would Tampa Bay be if Tom Brady had to lead them in rushing and in passing? Oh, AJ, he doesn't have to. That's just the way he plays. Nah, you haven't seen Baltimore play then. He has to. They don't have anybody else running the rock like that. You don't get what you get out of him in the running game. You usually don't have a running game. Tom Brady had to do that for Tampa Bay, then he wouldn't be Tom Brady. It's really time. It's really time for them to start giving him his due and stop trying to manage him by the same stat lines and traditional stuff as everybody else. So just my 2 cents. Let me take a break. I'll be right back. It's the lunch break. Don't know what that was about. It's the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live, kyokradio.org.
KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Radio stations in one.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. That's 800-253-1892.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire, located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me show right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 a.m. and the all-new 92.3 FM at KYOKradio.org.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. That's 800-958-2156.
You have a new lunch on the lunch break with KYOK.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. All new 92.3 FM, streaming live, KYOKradio.org. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Twitch, and we're on the other social media platform that you know which one I'm talking about. You know which one I'm talking about. All right. Ken Hennick, how are you, sir? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Willie Gibson just shot me a message. I tried to see if we can get him to call in. Cam Newton 1 year, 10 milli, 6 mil of that guaranteed. Like it. Is it a prorated though 10 mil? Is it a prorated 10 mil? Because it ain't a full season. And I know you talk about 6 million guaranteed, but is that prorated for where are we at? 8 games now. Carolina is, let me look down near the bottom. Where's Carolina? 20th. They're 4-5. They still got a shot. What am I talking about? Let me stop talking about Carolina like they trash. I mean, they're in the same division with Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Atlanta, but they still got a shot, right? Let me look at some standings here. Standings. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. NFC South. Buccaneers 6-2. A game back. New Orleans 5-3. Falcons 4-4. 2 games back. Carolina 4-5. They're only 2.5 games out of top spot in the NFC South. Now, mind you, I don't think something's going to happen to Tampa Bay, New Orleans, and Atlanta, and Carolina's just going to flip the script. I don't think Cam Newton's going to come in Superman-ish and bring them all the way back up on top. Let me look at the standings from the league standpoint. If the playoffs started today, in the NFC, the Cardinals would be the number 1 seed at 8-1. Green Bay would be number 2 at 7-2. Tampa Bay would be number 3 at 6-2, and them boys would be number 4. The playoff teams would be the Rams 7-2, the Saints 5-3, and the Falcons 4-4, and right in the number 8 spot, Carolina. Smart move. Smart move. As bad as Sam Darnold has played, Carolina is still in it. Carolina's still definitely in it. So, good move. Good move. I'd like to see P.J. Walker play well. I get it. It's the inevitable that Cam Newton will end up starting. But I'd like to see P.J. Walker. You know, we got an affection for P.J. Walker here in Houston. Hello, you're live on a lunch break. Who's this?
Willie Gibson.
That voice, brother. That voice, man. Good God.
I know.
If I was you, bro, my whole house would be a studio. My whole house would be a studio. I'm serious, bro. I'd be doing drop overs. You know, you really could be the next James Earl Jones, bro. You really could.
Wow.
That's high praise, man. I couldn't go any higher than that.
Wow, that's strong.
I'm saying, bro, that voice has that kind of juice on it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I ain't trying to tell you what to do with your life, man, but I'd make me a studio and start dropping voiceovers and jingles and books. I'm listening to a book in my car now. This Present Darkness by Frank E. Peretti. And whoever's reading it's doing a good job.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do it.
In fact, next book I write, I'm going to see if I can get with your people and contract you to do my audio book.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Bruh, I think I don't know. You know me, I like first. I like first. Would we be the first brother tandem to do an audio book and a author and audio book it?
That's a strong possibility. I believe so.
Yeah, man. Let's make it a bestseller while we're at it.
Why not?
Yeah. Cam Newton, 1 year, 10 milli, $6 million guaranteed. Is it prorated because we're in week 8?
That's what I'm waiting to hear. From what I understand, no. That's real. That's real dollars. That's real dollars from what I understand.
Okay.
You know, so from what, and you know, like you said, as it develops, we'll know more. But
right.
I understand that the Panthers wanted a multi-year deal, but he was looking for a 1 and out, which you get a second bite of the apple next year. Why not?
Yeah.
You go in. Same thing with Odell Beckham Jr. You go in for these 8-9 games. You put something on film, put something on the wax, and then 2022 you go out there and do it again. So
yeah, no, I hear you loud and clear. We got Willie Gibson, broadcast journalist, Columbus, Ohio, joining us talking about the Cam Newton deal. And as I was saying, P.J. Walker going to get the start this weekend, but Cam, as soon as he get back up to speed, new offense, Joe Brady Nim. As soon as he can get back up to speed, going to get slid in there as the starter. But Carolina is by far out of it. I mean, from out of it. They're not even close to being out of it.
it's just the irony, and perhaps this is a little messy, but the irony that last April, and to quote Cam, they gave up on me.
Yeah, that's what he said in the gym. You're right. I got that quote somewhere.
Exactly. They gave up on me. And now here we are together again. It's the hottest picture on Twitter, on social media right now. Him and David Tepper together again. What happened? Now you're loving me again. I don't want to be messy, but that's just
you're being messy. You being messy because you right up there in the heart of. I mean, bruh, remember the governor of the Cleveland Cavaliers and the message he put in the newspaper for the world to read about the young man from Akron. And then, a couple of years later, 4 years later, I'm going home. Morgan Freeman, I'm going home. This is bigger than basketball.
Indeed. So it's just, it's funny. I didn't even think about the LeBron connection, but you're right. But yeah, that's interesting that, they called it. I mean, I'm quite sure they called him. I mean, because from what I understand, Sheena Quick, I think I saw this earlier. It was Sheena Quick that he turned down Seattle and Houston earlier this season. So for them to reach out, it's just ironic that he goes back to Carolina after last April.
All right, so now let me ask you this: had Tepper taken over before Cam was let go? I don't remember.
I believe so. I'm pretty confident he was.
Okay.
He was already in position as principal owner at that time.
Okay. Now I know that Matt Rule and Brady and them were not there because that was under, of course, Mr. I'm doing so great up here in Washington. I don't need a quarterback.
No. That was Matt Rule. That told Cam, your services are no longer needed.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh! Hey, bro, for real though.
That's the irony.
For real though, I gotta get back on my game, man. I gotta slide through that meeting room, when everybody in there cleaning up, and drop me a little listening device. I want to hear how that first meeting is gonna go, because that's interesting.
Without question, it was Matt Rule.
Wow.
Matt Rule.
Wow. All right. Well, man, this gets better and better every chance I get. I like all of this. I like all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. How long before you think Cam will be ready to go? Obviously not this week, but next week?
Possibly. I wouldn't rule out an appearance this week because, as you said, they're 4-5. Are they? And I apologize. I've not looked at the schedule. Are they playing at home this week?
Yeah, let me check it out. I got it right here. All right. Carolina right there. Schedule. They've got they've got at the Cardinals this Sunday at 3:05.
Okay. And then next week?
And then next week they got the Washington football team at home.
In Charlotte?
At home.
Wow.
Yep, in Charlotte. 12 noon, Fox.
The irony continues.
Bruh. And I was getting ready to be, we got Willie Gibson joining us, broadcast journalist from Columbus, Ohio. I was ready to be, I'm going to start my own conspiracy theory, right? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so this came from one of my reliable sources who's like a play cousin, a play step cousin, but one that I don't really play with, that I don't really know like that. But if I did, I wouldn't play with him. So this is the source that Carolina. Well, I'm making this up as I go. All right, you ready? Carolina wanted to bring Cam Newton in last week, but Bill Belichick and Matt Rule had a little honor system that you won't bring him in the week we playing you because we don't want to have to face him. So Rule and them and Robert Kraft and Tepper, they all got together in a secret meeting that nobody knew about, that nobody saw, wasn't nobody there but them, and they weren't there either. And they had a secret meeting. They said, all right, we're going to bring him in next week so y'all won't have to deal with him.
You wild, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I think I'm going to do like Adam Schefter. I'm going to send this to somebody and get them to approve it before I put it out there.
We're not going to mention him. No, I'm not going to do it.
No, don't you do it. Don't you do it. You don't say nothing. This my conspiracy. This my hot take. Ian Rappaport ain't on it. Dan Rovell, ain't none of them on it. This me.
That's something. It's just, Cam starts. How about that? Cam starts football team in Charlotte.
Bruh. And if he gets the win, the crowd goes wild.
Listen, and don't let them wear the all black. Not Cam in all black. Stop it. All right, I'll stop.
Bruh, listen, you know what? They ought to let us write stuff, bruh. They ought to let us write this stuff. They need to quit playing and let us handle all the stuff around the game. We need to be the party planners. We need to be the event coordinators.
Somebody call Vince McMahon. This is WWE. This is some WWE type stuff.
Listen, brother. What are you going to do when Hulkamania Cam Newton runs wild on? Oh, yeah, it's the Macho Man, Cam Newton.
Stop it, man.
Bruh, I'm serious. I'll put a steel cage around the stadium.
I believe it. I believe it.
It's going to be good. Man, who scripts this stuff? I love this. Roger Goodell is sitting back somewhere saying, I like it. I like it. Like somebody, Godfather.
Absolutely.
We need to be in, when is the 21st? I might need to be in Carolina on the 21st.
Ooh.
I might need to find my way in. Speaking of in, the Willie Gibson, broadcast journalist, Columbus, Ohio. Right now, the Ohio State Buckeyes are in the number 4 spot in the latest college football playoff rankings. I know you don't care until that last one in December, but Michigan State found out real fast and in a hurry how hard it is to stay undefeated.
Oh, without question. I mean, Purdue, this is funny. It's funny when Purdue will graduate from being a spoiler into being a contender, because that's been their MO in the league for decades. You know, they're never, the top team. Right now, they're 6th place. They're the 6th place team in the Big Ten. So they're never the 4th ranked team in this college football playoff ranking. They're never the 7th ranked team in the country. They always hover around that 4-2, 5-3, and then they'll have a signature upset, and then they finish 6 and 7.
Now, what's the exact stat? Nobody has beaten more top 5 schools as an unranked team at home, or is it anywhere?
Total, period. Purdue has 17 wins versus AP top 5 teams while they're unranked.
Wow.
The next closest team, I believe, has 12 or 11 or 12.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, Purdue by far. So the question is, when do they graduate from being that spoiler to being that contender?
It's funny you say that, because I said that about several schools in the Big Ten this year. Like I said, I'm tired of hearing about Wisconsin until they jump over and get all the way through. Same thing with with Iowa, and of course I said Michigan and Michigan State. I guess I need to add Purdue and Penn State in there, man. It's like, when are these teams going to break through and just be that school in the Big Ten? Because right now, ain't nobody done it.
No. I mean, it's almost back to the, it starts out hot. It starts out hot, and it's always, hey, maybe this is the year that someone other than Ohio State and Michigan. But, it's back to the 70s. When it was just 10 teams in the Big Ten, now there's 14. I'll leave that there. But it's Big 8, the Big 2, and the Little 8.
Yeah.
So Ohio State, Michigan, and all you others.
Yeah. Don't say it out loud, because Todd and Longhorn Keith are listening. But this is what Ryan Day is doing at Ohio State is what they're hoping that whoever they bring in. I know they got Steve Sarkisian now, but when they brought in Tom Herman, when they brought in Charlie Strong, when they brought in somebody other than Mac Brown, they were hoping that they got a dude that can say, we have never lost a conference game. And Ryan Day is that dude. Ain't never lost a conference game.
Zero. Until this year, he only lost in college football semifinals.
Wow.
Or championship games.
So wait a minute. The Penn State loss a couple years ago, that was Urban Meyer, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Right.
The ugly Iowa loss that Nick Saban was talking about, that was Urban Meyer. I wish somebody in the Big Ten would pull up that audio of what Nick Saban had to say about Ohio State that year and use it against him in Alabama's right to be in the college football playoffs this year. It was an ugly loss. Right. Against a team that they should have handled.
Well, what I help Ohio State this week is Purdue is right in the college football playoff, top 25. They're number 19. So, you know, they finish the season potentially with 4 wins over top 20 opponents. Because Purdue's number 19. You have Michigan State, Michigan, who are 6 and 7, and then Michigan State and Michigan, who are 7 and 6. I'll leave that there. Again, my questions with college football playoff poll: how is it that in head-to-head I beat you, but I'm ranked below you? But I digress.
Yeah.
And then you also have whoever comes out of the Big Ten West. Right now, it's Wisconsin. Could be Minnesota. Potentially Iowa could jump back in there. So you look at it, Ohio State, if they had no business finish 12 and 1, no one else is going to come out.
Yeah. Willie Gibson, broadcast journalist, Columbus, Ohio, joining us on the show. All right, let me run through these games real quick. You tell me what you got. Who you got tonight? Ravens, Dolphins.
Ravens.
Falcons, Cowboys, Sunday.
Did you say Cowboys?
Falcons at the Cowboys.
Falcons at Cowboys.
Jaguars at the Colts.
Carson Wentz or Urban Meyer. Jonathan Taylor, the Colts.
Yeah, that running game in Indy is for real. Lions at the Steelers.
Stop it.
Say it out loud.
Stop it.
Say it out loud with your chest.
The referees.
Put your name on it. Put your name. Hey, y'all better quit talking about them referees like that, cause all right, you think they flag whipped that team the other night? Watch them.
Listen, did all of a sudden in Heinz Field somebody start playing juvenile, back that thing up? I'm sorry, because man, what happened? Stop it.
I'm gonna just say this, man. Y'all, they might be looking for Jimmy Hoffa in the wrong state. He might be somewhere in Pittsburgh. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me go Drew Rosenhaus. Next question.
Saints at the Titans.
Titans.
They need to put Taysom Hill back in. I can't believe I said that out loud. Browns at the Patriots.
You could have stopped after the first round.
Hey, man, let me just say something. You didn't hear me yesterday, but I called you and your Cleveland team out yesterday.
What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
I said this right here, and I didn't stutter. I said if Cleveland does not beat New England in Foxborough, I don't want to hear about them. I don't want to hear nothing else about them. I don't want to hear about Baker this. I don't want to hear about Chubb that. I want to hear about Miles this. I want to hear about it because it's games like this that they need to go in and have a signature win. They need to win that game.
Well, you got a sport player. Well, Chubb and Demetrius Belton are strong possibilities not to play on Sunday. They're both on the COVID list. So Jonas Johnson has another shot. Kareem Hunt's still on IR, so he won't be there. So, pretty much going into the game with one running back.
Well, let me just say this now. Let me say this. According to everybody else, not name you, they got rid of their problem. They got rid of Odell Beckham Jr. Now everything is gonna be all right.
Yeah, that's the friend of mine, a media friend of mine. That's just saying, like, okay, now that Odell is gone, the Browns are going to the Super Bowl.
You know what I mean? It's Super Bowl. It's we booking our flights to LA.
No, stop it. That's so unfair, man. Listen. Odell was not the issue, and I had someone tell me, another colleague, like, well, I want to talk to Eli Manning if he was having issues with Odell in New York. And I said, no, what we should do is talk to Stephon Diggs in Minnesota. Because how is it that Stephon Diggs is in Buffalo now and they gave him away, but in Minnesota he was an issue? And who was the offensive coordinator in Minnesota? Kevin Stefanski. I'll just leave that there.
You know what? You're not giving me new news. You're not giving me new news at all. So I'm just saying, if Cleveland don't, and I'm talking about Stefanski, all of them, Barry, all of them, Baker, all of them. If they don't win this game Sunday, I want to hear nothing else about them.
Yeah, they should win this game. I mean, New England's defense is top 3, top 5 in the league. But again, Cleveland has Myles Garrett. Hopefully, Clowney can be healthy enough to be on the other side. If not, McKinley is going to be there. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah, I hear Clowney is questionable for this one as well.
He's been questionable since week 2.
Gotcha.
So,
gotcha.
I'll leave that. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, Bills at the Jets. What happened to Buffalo last weekend?
Urban Meyer, baby. I'll take the Bills bounce that game. Diggs has a game.
All right. Yeah, I believe Bills bounce back. Buccaneers at Washington football team.
Buccaneers.
I don't know now. They got Taylor Heineke in Washington now. You will watch out. And that's a grudge game because Washington felt like they should have beat Tampa in last year.
Yeah, I have some feelings too, but I'll say Tampa.
Okay, all right. Carolina at the Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Vikings at the Chargers.
Chargers.
Eagles at the Broncos.
Broncos.
Seahawks at the Packers. The return of the Mac on both sides.
I'm going to go with Russ.
I think I'm going with Russ in that one too. Chiefs at the Raiders.
Raiders.
And then Monday night, Rams at the 49ers. Rams, and more Rams. Willie Gibson, tell everybody where they can find you, follow you, and all the great stuff you're doing. When y'all going to be on Folks Talking Sports again?
I appreciate it. Follow me on social media, Twitter and Instagram at Will Gibson7. Facebook, Will Knows Facebook page. And tonight, as Bill Collins would say, Folks Talking Sports, OGKG, Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, Local Name, Global Perspective, Eddie Yanez, James Mueller, myself, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Check us out.
Hey, I don't mean to brag. I'm gonna miss this one tonight. I'll be filming a movie tonight. I'll be filming my role in the movie tonight. So y'all send one up for your big brother, please.
All right, Denzel.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm nervous. Can I just tell you I'm nervous?
Yeah, do your thing. You got this.
Bro, I went to pick up my wardrobe and I was just like, oh my God, this is for real. Like these people are really for real. Somebody even sent me a casting call for a whole nother movie. I was like, man, wait a minute. This thing is coming at me a little too fast, bro.
So let me say this. So people say, well, you said it earlier, I'll have my people call your people. You don't have people. You are the people that people call.
Wow, Willie Gibson, you my man. Hear me when I say you the brother. And I mean like no other, even though we come from different mothers. I love that, bro. I love that.
Okay.
I love that. Yeah, I told the Uber driver. He said, so who's your team? I said, we the hump that people trying to get over.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We'll talk to you soon, Willie.
I look forward to it.
All right. You heard him, Willie Gibson, Folks Talking Sports later on tonight, 8 o'clock, y'all. I know a lot of y'all follow Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. Y'all be sure to check him out tonight. It's going to be a good show. That's 8 Eastern, 7 Central. And I like his picks. But I meant what I said about them Cleveland Browns, man. If they cannot get over the hump with New England and they done got rid of their problem, Odell Beckham Jr., I don't want to hear nothing else about. I don't want to hear nothing about Baker. I don't want to hear nothing about his wife. She better not come for me, sister. I'm sorry. That's your problem. That's not mine. I didn't say nothing bad about him. I just said if they I didn't say if he, I said if they don't beat New England, it's just like what Willie was saying about in the Big Ten, teams like Minnesota and Michigan State and Wisconsin, and they got to get over the hump, man. They got to take that next step to get into that top upper echelon of the Big Ten. It's like the Big 12, Todd Longhorn Keith. Other teams got to take that next step to get in the upper echelon with OU consistently. Notice I didn't say OU and UT. I said OU. Consistently. Same thing in the SEC, ACC, Clemson. Now, mind you, Wake Forest and Pittsburgh and them are not getting the love that they deserve. But, you know, the cream of the crop in each division, in each conference, teams got to get on that next level and take that next step. And in the NFL, if Cleveland cannot beat this New England team, I don't want to hear about nobody else. Just, you know, it's time out for all the drama. Say the drama for your mama is what they used to say. All right, let's see. Todd and Keith all in my box. They all in my box. Said y'all got any good podcasts I can listen to, something Christian based? Yeah, Todd, we got some stuff for you. Yeah. Oh yeah, they talking good stuff. I need to leave y'all alone. Get into that group chat they got going on. They talking about Christian podcasts. Now that's my stuff right there. All right, let me get ready to do some birthdays. Can I do birthdays? Let me do Sybil Wilkes and what you need to know, and then I'll come back with the birthdays right after this on the lunch break. And I think Kris Gardner is going to be with me here shortly. So yeah, let me go ahead and do this. Here's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Eve. It's Thursday, November 11th, 2021. Number 1. A new study demonstrates how student debt disproportionately affects day-to-day living for current and former students affiliated with historically Black colleges and universities. According to a United Negro College Fund survey, 44% or more than 2 out of every 5 students of today's Black student loan borrowers at HBCUs reported skipping meals because they don't have enough money for food. Democratic leaders are among those calling upon President Biden to cancel $50,000 in student debt per borrower. Number 2, it's been almost 6 weeks since the Department of Homeland Security promised a quick investigation into the images of Border Patrol agents on horses chasing migrants with whips. Over 60 agents were involved in the misconduct, and an internal disciplinary board recommended firing 24 of them. Only 2 were fired, and most of those agents, they're now back at work. Number 3, since the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention cleared the way for children to receive the Pfizer vaccine November 2nd, about 900,000 children ages 5 to 11 have received their first COVID-19 shot. The numbers represent only about 3% of the more than 28 million children ages 5 to 11 now eligible for the vaccinations. And news of vaccinations comes as the infections among kids have been on the rise in recent weeks. Number 4. Joshua Halsey, a Black man who was murdered by white supremacists during a Wilmington, North Carolina massacre in 1898, has finally been able to be memorialized by his descendants at a Pine Forest cemetery November 6th. Mr. Halsey was amongst at least 60 Black people killed by former Confederate soldiers and police officers who set out to overthrow the city's multiracial government in 1898. This massacre is known among historians as the only successful coup d'etat in U.S. history. Number 5. Family and friends are looking for Eotis Harris III, a 32-year-old Black man who's been missing since June 16th. Eotis, who also goes by the name Trey, was last seen leaving his apartment in Fort Worth, Texas. His 2 dogs were found dead near where Eotis was last seen. His luggage was found in another city in Texas on the side of the road, and his truck was found in Aspermount, Texas. Please go to blackandmissinginc.com for more information. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Caregiver burnout is real. Do everyone a favor and take a respite. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central for a special show on Sisters and Caregiving featuring Pat Bailey, Marsha Warfield, and Jean Sparrow. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, the Black Alzheimer's Brain Study at the University of North Texas Health Science Center at Fort Worth, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Just wanted to lift up any and all that was involved in a shooting right around the corner from the station over near the Greens Point Mall. We've got clients over there that we see on a regular basis, African imports and others. So anyone involved in that, please, please, please be careful. My program director just brought me that. All right, real quick, let me hit some birthdays. Happy birthday, Robin Holloway, celebrating her birthday. Mercy is celebrating her birthday. She's 54. Ronald Hutchinson, 44. Tyron Fogel celebrating his birthday along with Nina Brown, Carla D. Lewis, Cherubim Joy, my publishing company sister. Happy birthday to you, 46. Archbishop Sterling Lands is 77 today. Katina Celestine celebrating her birthday with Sean Granger. Sylvia Kirkpatrick Hun is 60, big 6-0. Gloria Alex and the good family over there at Greater St. Matthew. Happy birthday to you, sis. And we call him Speedy Guns. Jonathan Stevens is celebrating his 37th birthday. Awesome young man over there in Portland. And then Josiah Rizzo with his acting self. Happy birthday to you as well. I've got a couple of more. Some other people sent me a whole nother list. Happy birthday going out to Katie Bennett. Happy birthday to Natalie Hicks and Michael Morris, all celebrating birthdays. Come on, Usher. That ain't what I'm supposed to. Where's the? Okay, I missed it. I missed it. So happy birthday to you and yours. We'll get y'all at the top of the hour right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, management.
Walk out on that field today. Ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. Talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Why don't you step on the field, man? That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Now, that's this first hour on the book, second hour underway here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We are streaming live, kyokradio.org, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And it's Throwback Thursday. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. Let me get him on in a second, but I got to read this text message real quick. Hi, AJ, it's Julinda, and we were on lockdown over here at the mall, and we are glad that everything is okay. Mr. Opie told us to be sure and listen to your show, and we love you guys. Thanks for praying for us. All right, Julinda, we are definitely praying for y'all over there at the Greens Point Mall, and thanks, Opie, for telling different people in the mall about us. I get all of my, Bethune-Cookman and FAMU and Southern and all my HBCU gear comes from there. And don't tell Kris Gardner that, because I'm supposed to be getting a North Carolina A&T shirt from him, But A&T left us, bro. They went to a whole nother conference, and I don't know if I'm kind of silent protesting or what I'm doing. But I'm gonna get that North Carolina A&T shirt from you, Doc. I'm gonna get that. You got a Norfolk State because they kind of hot
I
right
think
now.
so.
South Carolina State.
I think
You
so.
got them too?
There's a few, a nice number of HBCUs available on fanatics.com through the links on HoustonRoundballReview.com or the HR.com. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Because I need to go ahead and represent the MEAC like I love the SWAC. I need to represent the MEAC and get some stuff going for them as well. But yeah, man, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to come on the show like you do, because I had your guy on here, Willie Gibson, and he named off about 15 people gonna be on the Folks Talking Sports later on tonight, man. What's the lineup look like tonight?
I don't know what Will's talking about. It's me, him, and James Mueller who are scheduled. Andy Yanez is busy doing his real job.
He might have just been calling off the roster because y'all have several people that's on the roster.
So yeah, Tamer Knight is going to hopefully join us. Going to fit us into her busy schedule. She's calling basketball games for HB women's basketball. So I'll get her take on tonight's show of Folks Talking Sports, and invited Jayla Mason as well from the Daily Cougar also. So yeah, if they're able to join, it's going to be a full pack show. If not, it'll be me and Will as the regular co-host, and then James Mueller as pretty much a regular guest now. So
Mueller. Yeah. All right. So
and brother, if I may, real quick.
Okay.
If people, and I'm very serious about this, I'm very sincere when I say this, students in the communications at TSU and PV, hit me up. Be on the show. This for all of us. I want all of us to eat. I want all of us to get the experience of being part of a show, to share their insights about TSU, Prairie View, HBCUs with us on Folks Talking Sports. It's not just about U of H. It's not just about Rice. I don't know everything. Neither do my co-hosts. We want other folks, other youngsters on the show to help keep us young, keep us informed. So hit me up.
Do you know Clyde over at TSU Communication Department, professor?
I don't think so.
I'll make sure you get his information, because he would welcome you, come over and talk to his class or classes. And, bruh, let me tell you something. You put that call out there, they will line up. They will line resumes in hand.
Excellent.
Yeah, I will get you connected with Mr. Clyde, okay?
Appreciate it.
Man, last night, I felt like, I could be wrong. I said I was going to ask you when you came on. I felt like it was let me show you I should have been the number one pick.
Yeah. Despite what Jalen said beforehand, before the game, he was very kind of bland in his answers leading up to the matchup.
Right.
And during the game, his competitive side really came out a few times. And it's Jalen and Cade, they just have different personalities. Okay.
Right.
And it's not a knock on Jalen or not praising Cade.
Not knocking.
I'm my personality is similar to Cade's. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm more like, okay, whatever. Let's just go to work. Let's get this done kind of thing. Jalen is more outgoing. And he has that chip on his shoulder kind of stuff. Christian Wood does as well. Christian Wood was asked Tuesday or Wednesday by one of our colleagues if he had something to prove to the Pistons, and Christian said yes, of course. And when he said it, I'm like, they ain't missing you. They made their choice, and they're happy without you. You're happy to be here. So all this something to prove stuff, whatever.
Yeah, it felt like there was a underlying tone last night of let me show you that we should have been fill in the blank. And when Jalen got that technical foul after the huge dunk, I mean, again, we're happy with what we have. It's like a momentum shift. Shift. It was like in football we call it a drive killer. And there you go. They ended up losing a game and I don't put your Detroit hat on now, but they ended up losing a game that they could have won.
Yes. Yeah. Agreed. They started out poorly again, Rockets. Detroit became themselves after the 11-2 start when they made their first 3 3-pointers, because they are the worst 3-point shooting team in the NBA by a lot. And the rest of the first half, you saw it, because Kate Cunningham made good passes to wide open teammates. Brick, 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 brick. So those are not assists. AJ, you don't get an assist if your teammate misses the shot.
Right.
So folks, ESPN hyping it up. They had the little score tracker throughout the whole game. Jalen Green has this many points. Kate has this many points. Blah, 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 blah. Rockets led by 1 at halftime. And the Pistons, for one of the few times thus far this season, played well in the third quarter. Jeremy Grant went off.
Yeah, he did.
And, he showed his worth. He is their go-to guy right now on Detroit's team. Rockets made a run. Detroit went up by 14 in the fourth quarter. And then they regressed to who they are. And so while they were a one-win team, Rockets made a run. But then Kate Cunningham made a great spin move down the stretch to get that key bucket to kind of smooth everything out for him.
Right.
So you saw 2 one-win teams playing, and you saw why they are one-win teams.
Right.
Somebody had to win, and it was the Pistons last night.
Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joining us on the lunch break for Throwback Thursday. Doing a little NBA and Roundball update right now. So Rockets 1-10 New Orleans 1-11. New Orleans is without, their key player, their key S player. Pretty much the Rockets have who they gonna have.
Missed last night. House has missed a few games, but you can question House has not been very good this season when he was healthy.
Right.
Daniel Tice missed a few games, so they have not been completely healthy for a game. Maybe the beginning game of the season, something like that. So they've kind of been up and down. Not as bad as last season with injuries, but they've had injuries this season. But, Zion's been out for the Pelicans this whole time.
Right.
Brandon Ingram's been out for, I think, half the 12 games so far. So that's 2 of their key players.
Right.
So that's part of it. I also think the pieces in New Orleans don't fit. But the Rockets are young, and we have discussed on my Rocket Talks if Kevin Porter Jr. is best suited to be running the offense. And he's had ups and downs this season. And as long as he does that, the Rockets are going to have ups and downs on offense.
Right. I didn't realize how young they were until I saw how young they were last night. They're real young. With that in mind, I got a question for you when we come back from the break. And again, I said I was going to ask Kris when we come back. We'll be right back with Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Card.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
Hello, this is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of the Communication Workers of America District 6. Trey and I are inviting you to listen in to our new political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month. Interviews will be with pastors, community leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. Claude, a part of our responsibility is informing the citizenry and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 AM, 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m. Give people what they want.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live, kyokradio.org. I got my guy, Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. We just kind of jumped into it when he came on, so I didn't get his music queued up or nothing, but I ain't worried about that. Kris, so like I said, I didn't realize how young they really were until last night. Who's the veteran leader on this team?
In terms of vocal or play?
Give me one of each. Good question, by the way.
Vocal, I'm not sure. Play, Christian Wood, and may become soon enough Jay-Sean Tate.
Okay, all right. And both of those are second-year players.
Right.
So,
I mean, I guess you could say DJ Augustine is a locker room guy, is a leader, but he doesn't play a lot, you know.
And that was one of the things I said. Just because I'm trying to think of the oldest guy on the team doesn't mean that person is a veteran leader. And I just wondered, who is that veteran leader? Obviously, we know that it was, Russ, James, CP3.
Eric Gordon, he's just not vocal.
And that was my question. How is Eric Gordon as far as being a leader on the team? How is he?
He leads more by example. He's never been an outgoing, except for when he's complaining about non-calls to the officials, being very demonstrative. But you can hear it and see it in his post-game comments a few times this season. Go to Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel for that. He said it. He's frustrated about the mistakes. One of his comments last night, we're doing the same things over and over again, making the same mistakes over and over again. So he's frustrated, but at the same time, he's trying to be tolerant of it's a young team. But it's a young team making the same mistakes. So it's frustrating. And then Coach Silas, same frustration with the foul shooting. They missed 12 free throws last night. The free throw shooting is just an epidemic. Everybody's struggling at the line. It's amazing how when you're a bad team, there are reasons why you're a bad team.
Yeah.
Whereas the free throw shooting is poor, 3-point shooting, turnovers, defense. The Rockets right now is turnovers and bad free throw shooting. Is what's killing them.
Yeah, that was the other observation last night, just how some of the fundamentals, and I'm not saying it's bad coaching or anything. Like when you're young, you can come up with the best game plan in the world. You can work on all the fundamentals in the world, but sometimes your youth will break through all kinds of good coaching. So it was just apparently evident last night, because here's a team you're evenly matched with, and you still can't break through. And then you go back and you look at the little things. If we hit a few more free throws, the rebounds were tied at 60 each. Fewer turnovers, and you don't make dumb plays and get technical fouls or cheat fouls, the reach fouls, just play good defense fouls, as opposed to some of the stuff that they got called for last night.
But Detroit can say the same thing. Isaiah Stewart, technical foul.
Yep.
Dumb fouls last night. He was over aggressive.
Yep.
Kate Cunningham made some bad passes. They took some bad shots. Both teams are young, and you saw it last night. And the pregame for both coaches, Coach Silas and Coach Casey, said similar things about each other.
Yep.
About both the opponent.
Yep.
This is what the problems. These are some of the warts you have, the growing pains you have with a young team, with a very young team. In both these teams' cases, I think the youngest and third youngest team in the entire NBA. Yeah. So this is what we're going to see throughout this season. They're talented. Yeah. They just don't know a lot right now.
Right. Yeah. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, talking a little basketball. So U of H got their start with Hofstra the other night, got the win. Any takeaways from that game? Again, it's game one, week one.
A lot of new faces trying to adjust to the culture. Trying to play without Tremont Mark, who's dealing with a shoulder injury. He's a key part of their team going forward. He probably won't play Friday against Rice. So that's another player with experience, somebody who was in the system last year, who's out of the rotation right now. So you replace him with somebody with less experience, less playing time. So that's an adjustment. But each time that Coach Sampson has a day before media session, I try to ask him who are the players on the upcoming team to watch for. Coach Sampson told the media Hofstra has very good guards, and he gave a scouting report of each of their good guards. So I posted it. It's on Twitter. It's on YouTube. I put it out there for the fans to. This is Coach Sampson telling you what Hofstra does well. Yet fans are, I can't believe we struggled so much against this team. Hofstra, who is Hofstra? Oh my gosh, it's going to be an awful season. Oh no, I thought we were going to the Final Four again. All this kind of stuff. Coach Sampson told you, A, a lot of new faces on this team. Last year's team was much more experienced than this year's team. B, Hofstra has very good guards. So what did Hofstra do in that game? Well, their guards took it to U of H's guards.
Yeah.
It took U of H almost the entire game to adjust to how Hofstra was playing and amp their defense. And one final thing, Coach Sampson said it at least twice this week to us about getting back to the Final Four. AJ, how many teams go to the Final Four back-to-back years?
Again, people take that kind of stuff for granted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last season was the first time Houston made the Final Four in 37 years.
Right.
This year's team does have more athleticism than last year's team, but it's also less experienced.
Right.
It also has a lot of new faces in this system.
Right.
They may have transferred from previous schools, but they don't know Coach Sampson's system yet.
Which is
so
different.
All these folks, it's tremendously different. So all these alums and fans, pump your brakes. Calm down.
Yeah.
So what do I know, AJ? What do I know? You know, I've been doing 30 years. What do I know?
I've been doing it since 1990.
94. Yeah. So what do I know? Yeah.
Yeah, nothing. I caught a little heat from Todd Malcolm about his UT Longhorns. They played Houston, not Baptist, but Houston Baptist, and beat them by 100. And, Chris Beard, if you pour down a glass of water, he can walk on it. And I told him Texas Southern has a better non-conference schedule than UT. And, what do you know? UT's playing the number one team in the country this week. What's your expectations when you see Chris Beard and UT against number one Gonzaga?
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Todd Malcolm would say if the Zags smack the Longhorns up down the floor in their matchup. Because Longhorn fans, like a lot of blue blood programs, have an irrational belief of their program. Okay.
Well, their football team's got a little problem. So right now they putting all their love and happiness in the basketball team. Like they
Longhorn
feel
football's been back a long time and been average since that same time. But we've been back, whatever.
Yeah.
But the Longhorns, similar to U of H, a lot of transfers, a lot of newcomers trying to get used to Chris Beard's system. So if they lose by double digits to the Zags, the season ain't over. Okay, just, folks I think people forget it's not plug and play.
Yeah.
Okay, you got talented players on the team, but talented individuals does not mean talented team.
Yeah.
So even if the Longhorns beat the Zags, doesn't mean they're going to win a championship. It's game 2 of the season. So win or lose, they're going to get better in game 3. They're going to get better in game 4. But all this, come on, folks, calm down.
So can I just say something real fast and in a hurry? Don't tell nobody. This is you and me talking.
Gotcha.
If the Longhorns lose by double digits, I'm going to act like the season is over. I'm cutting up. I'm cutting up, bro. I'm going to be embarrassing. I'm going to embarrass myself.
Oh, I might tag a few friends, text them a few Longhorn friends. You saw the final score, right? I'm going to do that. But from a professional standpoint, it's game 2 of the season, Right. If Rice beats U of H tomorrow, it's game 2 of the season. It's not going to be the end of the world, nothing like that. No.
Yeah. But we'll talk about some surprises when we come back right here on the lunch break. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, Throwback Thursday. Get in if you want. 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. Text me, 281-453. No, text me, 403-5005, or you can email aj@kyoksports.com. Be right back.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Radio stations in one.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. 800-253-1892. That's 800-253-1892.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire, located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
All right, last one after this.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here
And
on
they
the
got the heat on
legendary
it here.
KYOK Radio, 1140
I'll
a.m.
sweat it off
and the
50
all-new
pounds.
92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
You're having your lunch on the lunch break with KYOK.
That man said he bad. That man, he said he bad. He so bad, he been doing this since 1994. Local name, but he got a global perspective. I'm talking about Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, y'all. Hey, let me tell you what Todd and Longhorn Keith saying in my little group chat. Okay, they said, didn't Kris? Oh, they said Gonzaga's gonna get beat down, and then Todd said, I'm calling names. Todd said, didn't Kris pick Gonzaga to beat Baylor? I'll wait. LOL. We finna drive Gonzaga like I'm a bus driver. So I said that they messy and petty, both of them, messy and petty.
As most Longhorns are.
Yeah, man. Listen,
ain't been to a Final Four in a long time. Ain't been a CU base been to what, 6 now? So yeah, talk to me when you get to 6 about
Can't
that.
spell Final Four.
You know, yeah, I got the Gonzaga pick wrong, but I got the Baylor over U of H. You know, I got predictions right. I got UCLA. I got almost a score right in one of those. But hey, 30 years, I'm gonna be wrong. I ain't perfect.
Don't give them nothing, bro. Don't give them nothing. Don't give them an inch.
Oh, no. I'm going to, for right now, I'm going to take the high road. But when they get smacked around by the Zags, come back to me next Thursday.
I'm just going to say it like this. If things don't go well with the men's basketball team, we need to check on them because, baby, they put all their hopes on this basketball coach and that men's program after that football team has been abysmal. And I'm for real, man. We need to go check on these brothers if things don't go well with that men's basketball program. The women's program been balling.
See, that's what I was going to ask you. What kind of Longhorn fans are they? Because women's team was Elite 8 last year. Elite 8 ahead of schedule.
Right.
Ahead of schedule with less talent than the men's team.
In fact, if it wasn't for a bad call, they would have went on into that Final Four. But you didn't hear that from me. You didn't hear that
I didn't hear you say that. Yeah. They play at Stanford on Sunday. Just saying, on ESPN.
If it don't go down well with this men's basketball team, check on your Longhorn fans and friends. Check on them. And I mean, look them in their eyeball and ask them if they're all right. And I mean it. Stay right there until you get an answer.
And ask Todd, what's he going to do? I mean, if they're struggling right now in football in the Big 12,
you know what
he's going to do in the SEC? What's he going to do in the SEC?
You know what Todd's going to tell you? Todd's going to tell you about the one time your team lost to pick somebody, and then he's going to switch to a whole nother sport. But our golf team, though.
That's what Longhorn fans do. Yep. That's what they do.
Nice.
Yep.
Let me be nice. All right. So Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joined us here on the lunch break. Let's talk about some surprises real quick. I know it's early, but when I go over to the East and I look at, is that Watt? Who are the Wizards? Where they from?
The Washington Wizards. That's a great trade. What they got in exchange for Russ, a lot of us believe they got the better part of that deal. Yeah.
Bro,
how much better, but yeah.
Montrezl Harrell single-handedly kept them in their matchup the other night. And I was just like, bruh, like, for real.
Montrez, Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, the three of them combined, better than Russ doing. Probably less turnovers, too, less headaches.
All right, y'all leave Russ alone now. Y'all be on Russ a little
too hard. That's your man. I know that's your man, but yeah.
Watch this. I ain't on the Western Conference yet. Y'all hold on. The Bulls, are they who we thought they were? I know it's early.
They have surprised me with how well they're playing, how fast they've clicked. But I love Alex Caruso. He's a better player than people want to give him credit for. I think they're finally realizing that.
Lakers. That was a big loss for the Lakers. And LeBron and them know that. That was a big loss for the Lakers. All right, Brooklyn, how long before this new mayor gets in and Kyrie gets to be back on the court?
The mayor said he's not changing that. That's what I heard yesterday. He isn't changing that.
I thought he said he was going to change it.
That was, I think, initial reports, and then he clarified, we're not changing that.
All right, real quick, everybody was talking about the new Knicks. How about the Cleveland Cavaliers are over the Knicks right now?
Yeah, is Will still watching the show? Is he tuned in? He can chime in with a smile or a grin, big cheese and grin about the Cavs playing well, surprising people. But I also want to give myself a pat on the back about Evan Mobley, who I thought the Rockets should have picked. But anyway, how a skilled big man, I take a skilled big man over a skilled young man, short man, all day long. I said that back in July. I said it in June. But what do I know? But the Cavs playing well. Colin Sexton, Jared Allen, Mobley, that tandem's doing a good job. So the East is finally showing people what I think you and I said for a few months. It's better than the West. There's more good teams in the East than there are in the West. The Bucks starting to get healthy. Missed some time, without Drew Holiday, so they're going to take some lumps. Chris Middleton, same thing. They'll be fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
The Heat playing well. Yeah, the Heat playing well. A lot of good teams playing well. Your team in Atlanta not playing well, though, sir. The Hawks are 4-8, I think. 4-8. Wow, they're 4-8.
They'll be there.
The Pistons, the Detroit's 2-8. Wow, that's close to the Hawks.
See how you get messy? You be doing fine, and then you get your Detroit basketball.
I just thought about that. Hawks got 4 wins. Detroit got 2. Wow.
So here's how you say
one of those is expected, one wasn't. So
here's how you say that. The Hawks got twice as many wins as Detroit. That's how you say that.
And the Hawks in their first only head-to-head matchup mashed Detroit. A good team versus a team that ain't on that level yet. So yes, no surprise there.
If you jump over to the West, the surprise has got to be
Golden State, man.
Yeah,
Golden State. I mean, but they're 10-1. They're taking advantage of their long homestand, but hey, that's not their fault.
They're gonna be 81-1, bro. They're gonna be 81-1.
I guarantee that's not gonna happen. I guarantee if I had my button on for Folks Talking Sports, I would play it right now. I guarantee that won't happen.
Well, now all I'm gonna say is this: they do have one season where they only lost 9 games. I ain't win no chip, but they only lost 9 games.
Correct.
That's a whole lot of wins, man. That's a whole lot of wins.
It sure is. This year's team won't get that, but they've exceeded our expectations. But, you know, offense is flowing in Golden State, and defense is pretty good too.
Yeah. And what's interesting out of all of the stuff going on in Golden State, Draymond Green looks happy again. He looks like he's enjoying playing again. He looks like a free spirit again. He was, you know, I ain't trying to call him a mad black man, but he looked like he was angry. He looked like he was weighted down. He looked like he was just frustrated. He looks like a whole different cat.
And I'm not sure why the change, that he's happier, focused on, you know, I don't know. He believes in his teammates, this year's teammates, more than last year's teammates, but he's playing better. A happier, more focused Draymond is a hell of a player. And Steph is doing Steph Curry things. So that's two pieces right there. And Clay's had to come back. Andrew Wiggins went off last night.
I was getting ready to call him out. Nice dunk, you know, pretty and all that. But is he the dude to be in somebody's face talking about, I just posterized you? Like, I mean, come on, Wiggs. Come on, baby. Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah.
Nice dunk, 2 points, all that. Bruh, for real?
Yeah, he's had 2 months of an up and down career to think he's all that because of one dunk.
Okay.
So, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole playing well. So, yeah, a lot of Warriors playing well right now.
Okay. All right. So then right behind them, of course, the team that I don't care if they finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is what you do in the playoffs, and that's the Utah Jazz.
Agreed. I agree with you completely.
Phoenix Suns. So did the man say nasty stuff and be egregious and racist and all that or not? Because 1 minute is about to blow up. The next minute, we're just talking about Phoenix being 7-3.
Wait to see. I mean, his wife overstepped her bounds with messages. Some folks view them as threats, messages to some people who are talking to lawyers. So that doesn't help. Some you could question legality of that, of her reaching out and doing that. So I think the Suns' off-court issue is going to be a problem. I think more folks are now emboldened to testify about what they heard, saw, to do more corroboration. So that's probably going to get worse before it gets cleaned up.
Okay. All right. And then let's see. Denver, Joker and them, what's the deal?
Joker needs to keep cool. You know, he's losing his temper now. And Miami is a physical team. This one thing, let me say this. This is my thought on this. And obviously, I'm a Bad Boys fan. You can see the shirt back there. If you know a team is physical going into the game, you know it. You know they're going to do cheap shots, try to, get under your skin. You know all that. Then why do you still respond to it?
Right.
Why do you let it get under your skin? Markieff Morris, that's a cheap shot. I don't know what he was thinking doing that. But then Jokic to go do what he did, why? Y'all were winning. The game was over. All you got to go up, point to the scoreboard. We got the dub. Y'all didn't. You can take your antics on, whatever you want to do. I mean, come on. I mean, I know it's easy to say that, but it's part of what made Michael Jordan great. He knew the Pistons were going to try to do everything under the sun to get under his skin. But MJ and the rest of his team realized, we stand up to these bullies. Then what they're going to do? 6 rings later, so come on, folks. It's basketball. Don't overthink it.
I got to give credit to a young lady by the name of JT. She's out there in New York now doing some great model work, but not many people knew sports like her, especially when she was here in Houston. Used to hang out with Pat Creighton and those good folks over there. And she said, what happened to Detroit shooters? And she wasn't talking about jump shooters. She was talking about the cats that, okay, you just fouled our one of our best players. I'm going to waste at least 2 fouls on you real hard. Like, I'm going to run up on you. Where was that? Where are the guys that step up and say, you just hit my mans?
In Detroit?
Yeah.
No, just in general, in Denver.
Right.
Who does Denver have? Who would do that? Because you're right. The team's best player should not be the one getting into the fights.
Like, right, he shouldn't even have had to say nothing. He should have just, hooty hoo, and
Will Barton, somebody. I got this.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah, I got this. I'll take care of this, coach. Yeah.
Even if that person ran up on the crowd, you got that one dude that you already know. I got you fine, bro. I got you fine.
Don't sweat it. I got this. You don't have to worry about this at all. I'll take care of this my own self. I got this. Yeah. Nuggets don't have that. Although, well, isn't Jeff Green on that team this year?
If he was, he missed his opportunity.
Yes, I agree. Because Uncle Jeff, maybe he's getting old past this point of doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, somebody else should have took that tech and that suspension.
Yeah,
somebody else.
Agree. It should never be the best team to play doing that. No,
baseball has all these unwritten rules, and you can't do this, you can't do that. Basketball has a few unwritten rules too, and when your best player gets fouled like that, somebody else, Kurt Rambis, should have pulled off them Clark Kent glasses and went in and dove in that pile.
Yeah, I mean, because Markieff Morris is not the Heat's best player. Now Jimmy Butler was talking a lot of mess after the fact.
I'm just saying.
That's a good call, man. I agree with you. Good call.
I got to get in the J because that was her call. She's like, "What happened?"
Good call. Good call by her. Yeah, good call.
Yeah. I got to get her back on the show. All right, so I know I'm bouncing around, but I got to get to it. Texas Southern tried to get theirs in with Oregon, top-ranked team, and came up a little short. But there was some bright spots in that game. They didn't get blown out. They weren't non-competitive. What have you? Is that Johnny Jones's thing? Is that more a continuation of we're gonna play a tough game just about every chance we can? So when we hit the SWAC, we tried true to test it.
Yeah, their non-conference schedule is no joke. And some of those, as you mentioned in our conversation, that some of it is because it's monetary, but it's also to get ready and prepared for SWAC play. And he likes this team. He likes the team. He believes in the depth, the quality depth of this year's team. So because of the level of competition they have non-conference, they may see more losses by double digits, but they're getting better. And they are, you called it a while ago when I was on, they are the best team. They are the team to beat in the SWAC.
Yeah.
And, I believe that, speaking with him, they are the team to beat in the SWAC. And they're going to be primed and to make a lot of noise come SWAC time.
Yeah. I've got them in Prairie View as the teams to beat in the SWAC until somebody beats them, until somebody steps up and beats them.
And let's take a break. Take a break?
I got to take a break.
Okay.
When we come back, though, I want to talk about whatever you want to cover, and then we get ready to get off the sports stuff because there's two things I want to talk about, and I can only talk about them with you. We'll be right back with Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It's Throwback Thursday.
Well, I hope you are enjoying your weekend. Hey, everybody, it's Erica Campbell.
And I'm Griff from Get Up Mornings.
We want to thank you so much for rocking with us every weekday morning.
And after you enjoy your weekend, make sure you start your work week with us.
When you start your day with us, we'll help you get moving and motivated to have the best day ever. Go ahead, say it, Griff.
Best day ever!
So wake up with us. We'll be faith walking,
love talking,
enjoy living on Get Up Mornings.
Get up! Get up!
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes, and you're covered by Medicare. Make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359.
This is Jasmine Highsmith, and you're having Exotic Sports with your lunch here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
Well, her daddy sure could play some ball, and she's about to get married. So real happy for Jasmine Highsmith. Again, she's been on this show before. Got to have her back on one day soon as well. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joining us on the lunch break. Somebody sent in a quick message. Let me do that real quick. Yeah, all right, here we go. MP, AJ, with the Rockets being so young, when do you think this thing will actually get turned around? Not them just be looking better, but they actually be better.
In terms of playoffs, championship level, or 500?
I was gonna say, let's go with winning record. Can we do that?
Ooh, probably 2 years.
43 out of 82 games. 43.
Probably wins. 2 years. I don't believe it'll be next year.
Okay.
I think they'll, if they're on this current path and not decide to go win 30 games this year and mess up their chances at a high lottery pick.
Right.
They get another high pick in the 2022 draft, add to the talent. They'll be better next year.
Okay.
And then after that, I think they'll be 500 or better. Then you can start talking about making noise in the playoffs. And then
playoffs? Playoffs?
Semifinals, finals, NBA finals kind of stuff. Be 4 years from now. 4 years from now for all that stuff.
Okay. All right. I got you. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. You had something you want to talk about?
Yes, I wanted to I'm glad the SWAC finally decided to have, I guess, the rival matchups like TSU and PV take place during school in session, not during winter break.
Yeah.
So TSU and Prairie View, first matchup will be on the Hill January 29th, and then March 5th at HMPE. The first matchup for the last, I don't know, almost seemed like 10 years, was always like the first, second weekend in January when school's out.
Yeah.
Well, attendance is going to be impacted because students aren't there.
Right.
Well, now students going to be on campus, so it'll be better atmosphere. More folks will be inside the Baby Dome, so I'm glad of that. But I touched on TSU's non-conference schedule. Brother, PV men.
All right.
They're playing Michigan this Saturday, 7 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. Game is
listening, because I'm about to say, not only does TSU have a tougher non-conference schedule than the Longhorns, Prairie View does too. Michigan, who else they got?
But the game against Michigan will be in D.C. as part of the inaugural Coaches versus Racism. Okay, that's Saturday.
Right.
7 p.m. Sunday, 2 p.m. at Oklahoma State. Monday, 7 p.m. in Lubbock at Texas Tech. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 games. And then Wednesday in Phoenix at Grand Canyon. That's 4 games on the road all over the country.
Meat grinder. It's a meat grinder.
And think about it, put it in perspective. Their next game after the game on the 17th won't be until the 27th. But they got 4 games in basically, 5 days? That's NBA. The NBA is trying to get rid of that. So, but PV men are playing 4 games in 5 days. Michigan, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, and Grand Canyon. And I want to say Grand Canyon made a tournament last year, so that's 4
Yeah.
should be tournament teams, even though Oklahoma State is now banned from this year's tournament. But anyway.
Yeah. Brother, and here go Todd. Prairie who? Yeah, you know who they are. Look, they are who y'all want to be. They had 5 losses last year. All right, Kris, let's just be brothers talking.
All right.
Why does it feel like this Kyle Rittenhouse trial is just, I mean, when I look at Kyle, the fact that he took the stand and got up there and was crying, trying to cry, and every time it looked like he was really crying, then the judge took a break. And then it looked like the prosecutor who got to cross-examine him was not prepared. Like, did you not think Kyle Rittenhouse was did you not already have a game plan in place should the primary defendant take a stand? Because it did not look like he had that together, and then literally almost force a mistrial. So you got a prosecutor who's ill-prepared. You got a defendant that just, excuse me, I know he's somebody's son, but fake as a $3 bill. And then you've got a judge who seems intent on causing either a mistrial or, declaring him innocent. Bro, what is going on? What are we seeing right here, right now?
It once again is another example of the justice system is broken. If the justice system is broken for people like me and you, people that look like me and you, because it's working fine for other folks. Other folks don't have issues like we do. So honestly, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
I'll put it like this: when a verdict is reached, I will be more surprised if he's found guilty.
That's where I am right now.
I'd be surprised.
More surprised if Rittenhouse is found guilty than anything else. I won't be surprised if they declare mistrial. I won't be surprised because if they declare mistrial, something about the laws up there, he can't be tried again for this. If the prosecutors cause a mistrial, he cannot be prosecuted again for this.
So, I mean, I just say it like this. This is America. This is America for us. But the fact that you and I say we would be more surprised if he's found guilty should indicate to those who don't look like us, well, why does Kris and AJ think that? Why do they believe that? They don't believe in our system? No, we don't.
I don't believe that if I had been, as a grown man, not as an underage, not allowed to carry an AR-15 or cross state lines. I'm not even going to deal with that because nobody else is worried about it in the legal community. So if at my age I did exactly what Kyle Rittenhouse did, they would not have me on trial and self-defense be an option for me. It would be you either going to settle for first degree, second degree, manslaughter or something. But it will be you're going to jail. It's just how long you're going to go to jail. This young man literally has a solid chance to walk away having killed 2 people and permanently maimed a third.
Right. And once again, it sounds trite when I say it, but I mean it sincerely. This is America, or America. The justice system is broken. It doesn't work for us like it does for others.
There's some believe that it's working the way it was intended to work for us.
Well, like I said, that rationale is, I think, true, is legit too.
Yeah.
It's working as intended.
Right.
Not for us.
Right. And then the other one is the Ahmaud Arbery trial, where here's the thing. So if calling Ahmaud Arbery And it's the same thing in the Rittenhouse trial. If calling him a victim could incite the jury, why is calling them looters and him a possible criminal, why is that not incitement?
You know why?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know why.
Oh, okay.
The folks, the lunch break family knows why.
Okay.
This is America.
Okay. Bruh, both of those cases are very, very indicative of the kind of, used to be a little hidden, used to be a little tempered. More folks have felt emboldened after the last 4 years to just flat out go out and kill somebody and feel justified in doing it. And these two cases will have reverberating effects on how other people choose to handle themselves going forward.
And you are correct. That is sad, frightening, true, reality. And I'll sum it up one more time. This is America. No accountability for certain folks. Right and wrong is right and wrong. I thought.
Yeah, there's not the same right and wrong for you.
But it's not correct.
Right. There's not the same right and wrong. We don't have the same right and wrong as some other people do. And then they get offended and they get their feelings hurt when we talk about privilege because they don't want to think that they've gotten something unfairly when the whole foundation of the nation that we live in was founded on an unfair. We won't get into that because, you're not allowed to teach that in anybody's history class. I just don't understand it. I don't.
The governor of Texas wants to basically ban books from public schools now. Books that he doesn't agree with.
Government overreach when the United States government tries to do something like that, but perfectly okay when the state of Texas wants to determine what you can read, what you can't read, what you can put on your body, what you can't put on your body, what you can do, and what private businesses are allowed to do in their private. That's not government overreach. But let the United States of America say the exact same things in every one of those areas. If the United States government said we're going to ban critical race theory and the books that quote unquote teach it, the governor of the state of Texas will say you're overreaching.
Yes.
We don't want you to do that.
And it's amazing how people spin it to their belief, even though what you said is 100% correct. It is really sad, and how more and more people are okay with it. Man, talk about getting rid of books that he doesn't like. He doesn't want people to think for themselves. He doesn't believe in critical thinking. He wants you to be a robot, and you just repeat what they say, not think for yourself. And there's too many people, far too many folks in this country that are okay with that.
Well, brother,
this is America.
I just needed to talk about it with somebody who I could talk about it with. And even if you disagreed with me, we still would have had this conversation freely, peacefully, lovingly, because, I don't expect everyone to think the same. I don't expect that. But I also don't expect people to force their way of thinking on me, because I'm certainly not trying to force my way of thinking on them. This balance thing that this democracy experiment was supposed to bring about, I'm serious, man. This last dude, the former guy, he put a dent in that, and I don't know if that dent can be pulled out.
Agreed. And I wonder, because more and more politicians are getting away with stuff that used to be, wasn't even fathomable. I mean, you couldn't even contemplate politicians doing some of these things that they're doing now. And the crickets of people, the complicity.
Yeah.
That folks are just like, well, did he really mean it? Yeah. Did he really mean to kill? It was just an anime. It's just animated. He didn't really mean that. It was symbolic.
I read an article, and then we got to go. I read an article about the number of election officials that have been threatened. Their lives have been threatened, where they're literally like, you're going to be shot, you're going to be hung, I know where you live, multiple calls over and over again. And local officials in those areas didn't even investigate it because they didn't really mean it.
Yeah. You know, talk about punishing.
Know that it was me calling. I promise you, they go knock on my door.
Yeah, we be in jail. We be under the jail, as our people always say. Under the jail. Yeah.
Brother, tell everybody where they can find you and follow you, man.
I'm Kris Gardner of the Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective. Houston Roundball Review on YouTube. Houston Roundball Review on Instagram. Twitter, the THEHR Review. Some folks say it different.
Right.
But because my man, AJ Jones, one more time, Houston Roundball Review been around since 1994. Despite a lot of hate.
Yeah, bro.
Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective.
I love what you do, man. And I love how you do it. And I want you to keep doing it. Tonight, y'all are on at what time?
8 p.m. Eastern for Willie Gibson, 7 p.m. Central. Folks Talking Sports.
All right, brother. Have a good show, man. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you, man. Love you. Take care.
Love you too. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. Very good, brother. I love that he and I can seamlessly switch from one thing to another. Love that brother's acumen. Love his education. I love his intellect, and I love his heart. So, all right, got to get ready to go. Again, tonight, you've got the Thursday night football game, Ravens at Miami, at the kickoff at 7:20. Rockets will be back in action tomorrow. Spurs back in action tomorrow. And, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, the latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. Lord say the same. We'll be back tomorrow for Freestyle Friday. So until then, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. Nothing you can do about it. Y'all be safe. We'll talk to you then.